You're listening to the Ask Drone U podcast. You ask, we answer your drone questions. Whether you're here to turn your passion into profit or you simply fly for fun, we're a community of learners and teachers who aspire to achieve greatness. We are
Drone U.
Hey guys, welcome to another awesome episode of Ask Drone U. My name is Paul.
And I'm Rob, and you're listening to episode number 385. Thank you very much for spending a few minutes of your day with us. We know you're busy. We know you've got a lot to do.
So much.
You're trying to get your business going. You're trying to figure things out. You're trying to become a better pilot. You're trying to get the kids to school, whatever.
Fly that drone.
Fly that drone. So it's subliminal day. I was going to say what day, but I don't know what day this is going to air. So
I was just, you're giving messages out. I'm just backing you up, giving you echo.
Sweet.
That's it.
All right. It's kind of like harmony.
Yeah. Harmony. Me.
Anyways, thank you for being with us.
Yes, definitely. We got a good question today. How do you get your first clients? What should you do? How do you start it all up? We're going to answer that.
Hi, Sean from Illinois. My question's about the beginning of the drone business and how do I go about getting my first few clients, specifically the first one. And I don't have a website or anything like that yet, so I'm curious, should I start a website first? And maybe I can just go do like a video of my own house for practice and a neighbor's house and just to get the hang of it. We've been flying the drone and doing recreational stuff, catching views of this and that. And now we're looking to, start in the real estate. Seems like a good market to start in. So, let me know. Thanks.
Very cool, Sean. That is a good question. How'd you start your business, Paul?
Well, the way I started it and the way I recommend are probably going to be a little different.
That's good.
Shocker.
No, we like to tell people that trial and error is not a strategy.
It is insanity.
Learn from other people's experiences, namely ours.
Yes. So here's the thing. You got to be a good pilot. So you've got to be producing videos that people can visualize. You've got to have something that says this is what you will get if you hire me. A great way to get clients is to offer them an initial free video and then, say, hey, this is the only free one I'm going to do. I'm just going to make this to give you an idea of what we can do for you. And in the future, this video would be $350, $500, whatever you're going to say.
So where would that person go to talk to the people that are going to potentially hire him?
Well, I think that's, the point, the difference of where I went versus what I would tell you to do. Where I went is I just started doing real estate videos. I met with realtors. I saw people who had new listings. I went on realtor tours and went to networking events with realtors. And you can really meet them. And as long as you express that you may be able to provide value to them, they're interested in what you have to say. But that being said, the way I would do it differently is instead of going after just real estate videos, I would go after the clients that you want to work for. Meaning, what is your niche? Are you trying to do action sports? Are you trying to do real estate? Are you trying to do commercial stuff? What are you trying to do? And I say that because, I figured out a long time ago that I love shooting action sports. And I've got a couple action sports clients that I absolutely love. But now, as I'm maturing, I'm like, okay, action sports pays really well, but I can fly this other industry and make 10x that for the same time.
Mm-hmm. So then you really have to balance sort of the fun of your work and the financial reward of your work. And of course, you're trying to merge the two, but the reality is you might find yourself having to choose.
Well, and in both scenarios, too, you have to be organized, you have to be dedicated, you have to be well thought out, and you have to be planned in order to get the best video. Mm-hmm. So even in those super fun situations, you may not be having fun if you don't like to be organized. So It is a balance too. You can work in one industry for a long time or have a majority of your clients being that industry, and you can also have your fun industry. The issue is you may find yourself sliding on quality in the fun industry because you're focused more on the fun than the video.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but to Sean, he's got to practice. He's got to develop some sort of a reel that he can show people.
Again, so picking what he wants to shoot, and then when he's going out and shooting those things, he can put it together into a reel.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting, Paul, because we're actually in the middle of looking for a new production guy to bring on to do some filming for us. And
Woo!
we've seen, we're really excited about that. And we've got some great candidates, so it's going to be cool.
Stoked.
Yes, that was serious, right?
Yes.
Anyways, and looking at their reels is something that we do.
Yeah.
And some of them not so good.
They suck.
Some of them, a couple of them have been really good, and they stand out big time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
those are the people that we go after.
Yep.
So we're living firsthand just how important those reels are. So I know we say that a lot, but it's true.
It is very true. And again, your focus should be, what do you want to shoot? What are you going to show to your clients? Because your footage, the visualization, should be an idea of the deliverable that you're going to be providing to the clients. You definitely need a website. You definitely need to be branding yourself. But here's the thing. While you're going out and collecting all of this media, you're building your demo reel, you're working with clients, giving them, a teaser or a trial via cheap material. That material can also be used for your website and marketing yourself. And you have got to brand yourself. It's funny, I have 2 websites for myself, and I bought the other one just as a placeholder, so that when 107 come out, I could go through a rebrand. And I've told myself that I will build the website this year, and here we are, it's July, and I haven't built it yet. And it would probably just take me like 6 hours of just sitting down and doing it, but you know how I am with just sitting down and doing things.
Well, yeah, unless it's urgent.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we're kind of all that way. But if you were Sean and you were in his town and it was you asking, what would you do? Let me put it that way. If you're in his shoes, what's the first thing you'd go do to get that first client?
Network, reach out to clients, not be afraid to cold call people. When you cold call people, they're going to want to know what value you are going to provide to them. If they cannot visualize the value, it's going to be much more difficult to get the client in the first place.
Right.
That's why networking, having that one-on-one interaction, building those relationships so you can do demonstrations, you can gather material, you can offer certain jobs to people at a discounted rate or for free if you want to do that. But it's also going to give you the material, meaning the media, to brand yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm networking first, then I'm building my website the night after the networking event, and then I'm using the material I'm shooting over the next few weeks for the discounts for new clients and whatnot. But it comes down to, you cannot be afraid to put yourself out there to other people.
Yeah, absolutely. And specifically, if you want to go ahead and get into the real estate side of things, I love the idea of tours. And what Paul's referring to there is title companies will do tours of homes for a group of realtors, and they'll let people like yourself come be a part of that tour and introduce yourself and market your services. Realtor offices will have guest speakers come in. This is a great opportunity for somebody like yourself to get in there and talk to them about what you do and why it's a great service and why it will help them.
Yes.
Those kinds of things you're going to have to get out there and do. Unless you already know realtors.
You cannot be afraid either. So many people are afraid to cold call. I mean, like, even we had a recent cold call extravaganza here with our intern, and he realized just very quickly all the excuses you can come up with to not get on the phone with people.
Mm-hmm.
So, and some people are like, well, I'm just not good on the phone. It's like, yes, you are. You have to believe you're good enough, find out what it takes to be good, and then execute.
Well, and maybe you're not, but you're only going to get good by doing it.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's actually another form of deliberate
Thank
practice.
you. Thank you, Rob. Gosh.
Well, yeah, that's
Sometimes you just
truth.
got to be blunt, Rob, you know what I mean?
Well, that's true,
So,
right? I mean, I don't know how you can argue with that.
On that bombshell, I think that's going to do it for us today. If you have a question, please go to AskDroneU.com, upload it. Drone-related, business-related, FPV-related, whatever it is, ask that question. We've got a lot of cool stuff that we're giving away right now for your questions. So don't forget to leave your address so we can send you stuff. Anyway, guys, if this podcast has been helpful to you, if you found good information, you want to share it with someone else, remember, the more people that hear good information, the better we all are off as a whole. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. That redneck saying from John Rupert, I gotta say, it is one I will never forget. So I literally had never even heard the word gander before. I'm like, what is a gander? And he's like, well, Paul, that's a pack of geese. I'm like, oh,
Duh.
city boy is written on my forehead. So anyway,
They don't have packs of geese in cities.
that's gonna do it for us today. My name is Paul.
I'm Rob.
This is Ask Drone U.